Into Vito on the board, which leaves me 6 mana. I could tutor for something that would be 2 mana, but is there anything in my deck 2 mana that just gains me life? Because if so, then I can win theoretically. Cauldron Familiar, yes. Oh my god, Mastermind Inquisition for Cauldron Familiar. That's a wild line. So we play Mastermind's Acquisition, Cauldron Familiar. Play Vito. Okay, it resolves. Come on. Come on, Cauldron Familiar. Come on, win me the game. Oh, my heart's pounding. It's so nerve-wracking. Okay, they see the combo. Can they disrupt it? Oh my god, that's a play. And we did it. That is a spicy finish. Hello YouTube, we are going to be playing Friday Night Magic tonight. That is the traditional historic Brawl event where we're going to be playing Vito, Thorn of the Dusk Rose. And of course, if you're playing Vito, you have to play Exquisite Blood. So this is a combo deck, and we'll kind of break down the pieces here quickly, and then we'll get into some games and see how it runs. So first column here, we have ways to gain life. We've got the Witch's Oven, Cauldron Familiar combo. We've got Blood Artist, Null Priest of Oblivion, Murderous Rider, Nodox Scavenger, and then Exquisite Blood. Next column, we have some mana ramp. We also are playing Phyrexian Tower. We're also playing Cabal Stronghold. So there's some other mana ramp in the lands, but these are the artifact ramp. We're playing permanent ramp. There are the card draw, so we need to make sure we can draw enough cards to find our combo pieces or find tutors to get there. So we've got Argyll's Bloodfast, we've got Maze Mine Tome, Treasure Map, Midnight Reaper, Woe Strider, Dark Bargain, Bolas' Citadel, and the Immortal Sun. Then we have our tutors. We have 4 tutors: Wishclaw Talisman, Grim Tutor, Mastermind's Acquisition, Coveted Prize. There are some board wipes in case we find creature heavy decks before we can combo off. Languish, Extinction Event, Bantu's Last Reckoning. We have some hand disruption, playing Duress, Thoughtseize, Kitesail Freebooter, and Toll of the Invasion. And then we also have just a couple of random other cards that are not necessarily fitting into any one of these categories, but are good in their own right. So Salvager of Ruin to get back the Exquisite Blood if someone made us discard it or something. We also have Gutter Bones just to get more creatures on the board and kind of work with some of the other synergies like Witch's Oven, making food, getting it back, or getting value out of Midnight Reaper. So that's the deck. We also have some lands over here. In addition, we're playing Arch of Araska. That's the only thing I haven't mentioned yet. Oh, I guess in that Castle Lochthwain. But that's the deck. That is kind of the key concepts, and I'll post a deck list, of course, in the description, so you'll be able to import, if you so choose, for future events. But with that said, let's get into the action. All right, we're trying this FNM out tonight. It is a historic brawl. My opponent's on Keenan, Bondar Prodigy. That's a little scary, I guess, especially when they start with the T1 Llanowar Elves. But we do have the combo in hand. We have the Sanguine Blood. We have Vito. So we could be looking at a turn 4 win, I guess. So we'll play the Swamp. I guess we'll just Murderous Rider, Keenan, slow them down a bit, pass the turn. Next turn we can try to play out Vito, and then we can just play Exquisite Blood. Or they play it again. Sure. I guess we'll play out the Murderous Rider, pass the turn. Oh, you have a life link creature. Okay, so they just play a Hydroid Crisis. For 4, admittedly, so it's still scary, but not the end of the world. Castle Lochthwain could be good for some beats. Especially if they counter Exquisite Blood. I think we'll just play out Vito here. Pass the turn. And we win next turn if they tap out. Or if they kill Or they don't kill Vito. Okay, so they play Great Henge. Probably good for me, though. They play Incubation Druid. Puts a counter on it and draws a card. Play a Paradise Druid. I think we might get there though, huh? I think we win. Opponent draws a Forest. Swings for 4. And I guess we'll just scry with the treasure map. Just in case they have some kind of weirdness going on. Put the talisman away. Play a swamp. We even can duress here to keep an eye out for Practice of Negation. Okay, we'll get rid of that. Play Exquisite Blood. I think we did it on the first try. Can you believe that? The first game. It was that easy. Turn 6 kill in Brawl. Historic. On the first attempt, even. That's pretty vile. Against Keenan, no less. Not exactly like an underpowered jank commander, right? Or I don't know what they even call it in Brawl. A brawler? Is that what they call them? But look at that. Okay, this hand looks pretty good. Treasure map for mana down the road. Already have the combo piece in hand. We have a duress to try to target any hand hate. Opponent is on Niv Mizzet as well. Payrune, although, so this could have some counter magic going on here, which could be scary, but it's going to be good that we have this duress up. Okay, I'll keep 7. Start with that duress. Get that out in the open. Opponent starts with a Selendi Isle. Okay. We do have a T2 play. I guess we'll get rid of Neutralize. Because I can play around Censor much more easily. I can't just, not cast spells forever. Try to get around their Censor. Okay, so we play a Swamp. We'll play Gutterbones. Play around their Censor. Maybe they'll cycle it. Okay, they don't. They keep it up. You're eyeing Vito, being 3 CMC. Okay, so they do get a 3rd land. Played a Night Clock, okay. Alright, so we get our 3rd land. We play a Swamp. Go to combat. Swing 2. So if I play Vito, I don't know, I think the best play is treasure map, just trying to get towards those treasure tokens. So we can try to combo kill on 1 turn when maybe they have their defenses down. Okay, opponent plays a Fable Passage. We could also Grim Tutor here for more hand hate. I don't think it's a terrible idea. Especially right before we do the combo. Just trying to ensure that we can force it through. Okay, so we do actually get a lifelinker here. So that's encouraging. We can even deploy it safely around their Censor and keep a token up for treasure map. What's scary though is possibly next turn they could pop down Niv Mizzet Payrune. Though I do have Extinction Event in hand to handle that. But it's not a fun spell. For me anyway. It's very fun to play. Not fun to be on the receiving end. They also have Ugin. I have to be careful of that too. It's a clean way that they can handle Exquisite Blood. Okay, so they grab another red source. So they just need a blue source. They're thinking about doing a kill or something, it looks like. Kill of Nighthawk Scavenger. Okay, that's his intervention for 3. So I get to draw a couple cards. So at the end of this turn, we're going to scry 1, putting 2 counters on. So during my upkeep, or at my turn, I can pay 1 mana to scry some more and make 3 treasures. So it's like this can be 2 more lands, kind of. So essentially I have 6 mana that we can use. We need 8 to get there. Opponent just casts Shark Typhoon. Okay. A treasure map. A bottom the Immortal Sun. Play a swamp. So we have 5 mana. And then we can pay 1 of it. So we have like 6 mana still. Yep, nothing changed there. We'll play out the Exquisite Blood while they're all tapped down. So there's still 1 off from casting Ugin. And if they tap out, drew something bad, we can Grim Tutor for like a Thoughtseize and just get the Ugin out of there. Wanna plays a Chandra's Phoenix. Okay. Okay, so they wipe my board. Okay. So we can Group Tutor for Thoughtseize. Say no Ugin. And I guess we'll pass the turn. So I do still have a healthy amount of life, which is fortunate. Now that I had my little combo disrupted there. My subsequent win, fortunately dashed by Chandra's minus, what, 3? Did he give me one of these emblems though? Okay, they're swinging for 6. Sure. Play out Niv. Sure. Alright, we'll play a swamp. Crack treasure map. Or rather, not play a swamp, but use a swamp to crack a treasure map. Okay, so after this though, I'm going to have 8 mana total, because I'm going to have 3 treasures. Actually, more than that, 9 mana total, because that turns into a land as well. So I need to get Vito on the board, which leaves me 6 mana. And I have to be careful because they still have the spell in their hand, the counter sensor in their hand. I could tutor for something that would be 2 mana, but is there anything in my deck 2 mana that just gains me life? Because if so, then I can win theoretically. Cauldron Familiar, yes. Oh my god, Mastermind Inquisition for Cauldron Familiar. That's a wild line. We'll keep it on top. Let's just play around sensor. Okay. So we play a swamp. And we have to be really careful how we sequence this. I think we start with the Mastermind's Acquisition. Oh. We'll just sack a black source. Okay, so we play Mastermind's Acquisition. We're doing it in this order so that they can't like spell off and try to ping down Vito or something. Something like that. It is going to give them another chance to draw a counter though. Alright. Cauldron Familiar. Okay, let's see it. We're gonna crack the treasure as well. Just so we don't get any kind of weird auto-tapper things or priority issues. Play Vito. Opponent gonna counter it. They draw 2 mana counter. Okay, it resolves. Come on! Come on, Cauldron Familiar. Come on! Win me the game! Oh, my heart's pounding. It's so nerve-wracking. Okay, they see the combo. Can they disrupt it? Why am I having to pick the targets here? Oh, I guess I have full control on. Okay. Oh my god, that's a play. That is a Galaxy Brain play right there, huh? Tutoring for Cauldron Familiar. Okay, they cycle it. Sure. Kill the Cauldron Familiar, but it's too late, my friend. Combo is started. The wheels are on. It is just going. It is done. And we did it. That is a spicy finish. Against a control deck, no less. A Niv Mizzet spells control permanent deck. So it doesn't look terrible. Opponent is a Nicol Bolas. We'll keep 7. Maybe I should be using this free mulligan to try to find my combo quicker. Alright, so we duress. Opponent has a Lightning Axe, Discovery, Finale of Promise. I think we'll get rid of the Finale of Promise. Biggest upside, and it's gonna make any other discards less impactful. Next we can probably play Kitesail Freebooter and grab their axe or something else. Okay, opponent mills 2, or rather surveils 2. Okay, so there's the loop I was mentioning, part of it anyway, which is Evan. Play the Freebooter, see what they have. So we could take the Scions, and then if they want to, Lava Axe is going to cost them an extra card. They have to like 2-for-1 themselves, which doesn't seem terrible. Opponent plays a Kitesail of their own, so they can have Extinction Event or Witch's Oven. They take the Extinction Event. Seems like an interesting choice. Okay, so we'll play a swamp. I guess we'll just play Witch's Oven. Right, my win is through the combo here, and if I play into the Lightning Axe next turn, they can play Seagate Stormcaller, pitch Lightning Axe, and okay, they do it now. Sure. Interesting. Great. They get the Royal Scions. No Scavenger's going to be good here, though. Especially so if we can find a tutor or get that exquisite blood out in the board. Okay, they pitch the Grim Lavamancer. So now my opponent can cast Nicol Bolas. They keep one on top of their Scry. We know their last card in hand, Seagate Stormcaller. Swings for 1. There we go. Okay, so we found our tutor. It's now a little cheaper as well. It is a sorcery tutor, though. Okay. Opponent does some looting. They pitch a Thought Erasure. That's actually fabulous. Okay, so we'll pitch a Low Strider. Alright. I guess we'll start by attacking the Scions for 5. They want to trade their bolas for it, sure. We'll play an Arch and play Covetous Prize. They just pitched some good card draw, so we'll bank on them not having these 2 cards be discard effects. Okay, opponent does looting. Okay, they play Claim on the Grim Lavamancer. Play a Swamp, slam down Exquisite Blood, assume they can't deal with it. These aren't good enchantment removal colors. They see my commander, they see the combo, so they're going to be wary now. They're going to be trying to swipe me down. Okay, opponent cycles Defeated Pools. Interesting they didn't want to play that. They're only on 4 lands. You'd think they'd be playing to recast Nicol Bolas, but they must be trying to ensure that they get some removal. Okay, so they do blow up the Royal Scions though. Dealing a bunch of damage. You're filling their hand basically. Okay, so they get rid of the Woe Strider. Sure. It's a shame because I could have also won next turn. Because we go to the Witch's Oven as long we just have to sacrifice of food too. So we'll play the Swamp. Play down Vito, I guess. See if they have a counter. And we get the City's Blessing as well. So we'll see what they do. If I draw another creature, I can potentially win. If I also have enough to recast Vito and sack the food, so I can still win that way. So you have to just be careful with our triggers here, be mindful. They're looking at the graveyard. Okay, so they exile 2 cards. Deal 2 damage to Vito. Okay, sure. We'll sack Vito, get a food token. Boom, command zone. So now we can win at basically instant speed, right? We just have to play Vito, hope they don't have a counter, then we sack the food and we win. We have just enough mana to do that on the dot. Gonna play Seagate Stormcaller. Okay. So they're gonna copy something, 2 mana or less. Okay. What are they gonna do? What do they have up their sleeve? They have 1 of each of their colors available. Or 2 red, I think, right? Because they had one of those one of those dual lands. Okay, so that by Thrill of Possibility. So they're going to draw a bunch of cards with only going to have 1 mana left up. So I don't know what they're going to be able to accomplish with that. But I think they could play a land. I don't know that they played on this turn. Eyeing Exquisite Blood. What's it going to be, opponent? What's it going to be? Opt? I don't think that's going to do it for you, my friend. I think that's going to be GG for Mr. Oversoul, the Bolus player, the Grixis Walker. They're taking their time, though, really thinking about it. Okay, they concede. Okay, we would have vetoed and then sacked the food. And okay, so there we go. Okay, here we see it again, the Immortal Sun. We have Thoughtseize as well, some mana ramp. So as long as we draw a swamp, we can even tutor on T3 theoretically. So my opponent is on Nahiri with Thoughtseize, see what they have. Okay. So they have Ancrop, Lava Brink, Legion Warboss. I think that's the scariest thing. Just making a bunch of tokens. The other thing as well, I also have Extinction Event in my hand, and their other 2 creatures are both 3-drops, so I can wipe them there theoretically. Okay, so we'll play the Swamp, play the Mind Stone into Witch's Oven, and just really hope I get that next land drop. But worst case, I guess we just play a Scavenger or a Vito. Scavenger I probably should save because it has lifelink on its own. It is a warrior. It is a 2-drop. I guess I just need to stall. So we'll play out the Scavenger here. If I'd hit my next land drop, that would be different, I think. This is going to be even better too if I can actually play the Immortal Sun because it just bricks their commander, literally. You know, makes him do nothing. Okay, opponent plays an Ancrop Crasher. You're going to exert it. They do, they exert both. Okay. Okay. Go to 16. Okay, so we get the land though. It's going to be big. So neither of these can attack next turn, which is going to be huge. So I guess in that respect, with that in mind, do we acquisition now? Do we just get Vito on the board? I guess we just get Vito on the board. And swing 2 in the air. Gain some life back. Make my opponent lose some more. Opponent plays a Hallow Blade. Okay. And a Relic Axe. Okay. So now the odds are tilting towards Extinctioning Event next turn, choosing even. Okay, there we go. We get our next land drop. That's big. In the sake of not dying though and being wise, we'll Extinction Event, choosing even. And we'll swing with the Nighthawk Scavenger, and I guess Vito, because I'm not going to block with him. Keep gaining that life back. Glorybringer, that's interesting. Let's see if they exert it. to do. Okay, they pick the scavenger. We'll sacrifice it, make a food token. Okay, so we have to weigh our options here. Got 6 mana available. So if I play Immortal Sun, next turn Mastermind's Acquisition is 3 mana, and then Exquisite Blood would be 4, so that would be my whole turn. Just getting that ready. Alternatively, we can play Murderous Rider and get that ready for the following turn. Just have a lifelinker so I don't even have to sack the food. But that's still, I think that still puts the win like 3 turns away. Because we wouldn't be able to Mastermind's Acquisition and play the Exquisite Blood. But if we do draw a swamp here next turn, then I think we can just win, right? Opponent isn't exactly threatening right now. So I think we Mastermind's Acquisition. 48% chance we hit a land. So I think we'll do that. Go to combat, swing 1, I guess. Mastermind's Acquisition. Grab a card. Exquisite Blood. And we'll pass the turn. And hope we get a swamp. And if not, we'll probably just pop down Murderous Rider and get that play going. So my opponent has 1 mystery card that we don't know about. It'd have to do like 8 damage to me though. Skyclave Apparition, okay. They want to get rid of Vito. I guess we'll just sacrifice him. Make another food token. So that was a nice draw of theirs. Nice top deck. Opponent swings for 5. I guess we'll sack a food token, try to stay alive a little bit longer. So we would have won. That's a shame. We still can win though. Things are far from over. So what we can do is Murderous Rider on the Ancrop. That seems like a good idea. So then they have to exert Glorybringer to destroy Murderous Rider. We still have a win the following turn because we have Exquisite Blood and a food token. So I think we'll Murderous Rider on the Ancrop Crasher and then we'll play down Murderous Rider. Pass the turn. I guess we don't win next turn because we didn't play Vito up. But if they exert here, then I can deploy Vito. Alright, it's my turn again. I have a swamp. If I do this the next turn I can win, provided I survive the turn. So we'll try. So they can exert Glorybringer here, and if they do that, they're going to kill the Murderous Rider. I'm going to take 4 from Glorybringer. I'm going to be at 1. They're going to swing 5 in, and I can only gain 3 life, so I guess I have to attack here. So I don't get killed. Okay, so they double block. Take down the Core Warrior. Make them have to pay mana to equip the blade onto the apparition. Although I guess we don't necessarily win here. Yeah, I think we're going to be hard pressed to win unless we draw another board wipe or something. I keep thinking that the food is free to sack, but it's not unless we had a cat or something. Okay, if one equips the Relic Axe, they're going to take me to 1. As protection from odd converted mana costs. So do we want to sack this food here? I'm trying to think what am I out? What can make me win from here? Because I have enough mana to play both Vito and Exquisite Blood, but I don't have anything to do after that. So I'm looking. Languish can do it. Coveted Prize could do it because I could tutor for a board wipe and play it. Bontu's Reckoning. I think we don't. Well, man, that's tough. We're gonna sacrifice it just on the basis of us getting a board wipe. But okay, we don't get a board wipe. We get a swamp. So we have 9 mana. We're still 1 short of. Still 1 short of actually being able to combo out. But I guess we can sack the Mind Stone. That is another way. It is another way. A desperate way. But not it. Let's see what they had. Seagate, nothing with haste. Alas, 1 mana short. Sad. Sad Hedron. Okay, so my opponent goes first. I have a Salvager of Ruin, Nighthawk Scavenger, Woe Strider. I think we take the free mulligan here. This looks good. We have a tutor. We have a Ruin in case they end up destroying or making me discard my my win con, as it were. So we'll start with the Duress. Opponent is on Niv. What do you have, Niv? I'll take the fires. That's a no thanks from me. I also have Kitesail Freebooter next turn too. So we'll really attack the hand here in a kind of brutal, a real brutal fashion. Take Kaya's Wrath. Alright, so we get our next land. We'll go to combat. Swing 1. Play Nighthawk Scavenger. Opponent is eyeing Vito. They're wondering what kind of tricks I have in my sleeve, I'm sure. Deafening Clarion. Okay, that's a good trick up their sleeve. Play Salvager of Ruin. Put some pressure on their Temio. Also, if we get our next land drop too, by that I mean the 6th land, will be in business. So we'll use Covetous Prize, grab Exquisite Blood, pass the turn. Okay, opponent plays Command Tower, play Niv. That's bad. Well, I guess they have to put back the things that aren't dual colored. So I was seeing that. Thought Thief. I'm getting scared. What we can do is do Null Priest of Oblivion. Kicked to return something from the graveyard. So we can get back a Kai'Sel Freebooter. Grab something from their hand. Try to slow them down. I think it's between Teferi Mortify and Kai's Wrath. I think I mean, if they use Teferi to -3 and get rid of the Kai'Sel, that's not terrible. So I think we can take. I guess we can take the Mortify. So we need 2 more mana to be able to do the combo. And now that their Ingress Rampage is out of hand, we can play the Immortal Sun next turn and kind of stop their Planeswalkers from doing anything, which I think will be wonderful. Give me some more time and cards to help stall out this game. Okay, so we'll just play the Immortal Sun. Swing at my opponent. Actually, we'll just hold back. And that means actually next turn we can just win. Right, that's actually amazing. But it's going to assume my opponent isn't going to play Kai's Wrath here. So they're swinging out. We just won't block. We don't care about the 2 damage. If they have like a Spikefield Hazard, we don't want to just die from that. Okay, opponent plays Scarab God. They don't have enough mana to do it. And I think we win, huh? Look at that. Okay, we'll play a Swamp. We get the City's Blessing. We play Vito. We play Exquisite Blood. And we swing for 3 at my opponent. And we win. There we go. Beating Niv, even. Okay, there we go. Hey, the combo. Made it. We did it, Reddit. We did it. Alright, so we'll keep here. We have Hand Disruption. We also have a Tutor that we can deploy when we're ready. So we'll start off with a Duress. Tybalt. Okay, opponent's on Torbrand, so they are mono red through and through. Dragon Master Outcast. 6 or more lands. Okay, so we have time for that though. Play Guardian Idol, I guess. Pass the turn. Yeah, that would have actually been terrible because that would have disrupted the whole combo. So I'm really glad we got rid of that. Although Rampaging Frostodon is going to be another speed bump we're going to have to overcome on our quest for glory. Opponent plays a Runaway Steamkin. Okay, so we're hitting our land drops. That's good. So we could play Vito here. Play Gutterbuzz. Opponent plays Robber the Rich. Okay. Might be missing the next land drop. They swing. Sure, we'll block one of them, take some damage. Don't have more cards in hand than them though, fortunately, so they don't get the special bonus. So we'll play a swamp here. So we don't have a lifelink creature on board. Though if we play this, now we wouldn't have Haggard Mauling up either because they just have basic mountains. Let's just try to find stuff, try to find other plays. Witches Oven and Languish are other plays, and they will get rid of their board. Play Witches Oven, pass the turn. You know, I can just like sacrifice Gutter Bones or something to the Witch's Oven, or at least threaten to, or do it if they, of course, do a removal spell or something on Vito. So that gets us a food token. We have Witch Claw, so we can Wish Claw. Is this sorcery speed? Only on your turn, yes. Yeah, so you can't do it during your opponent's turn, I guess. So you get to do it like twice or something, or get to do it before they get a chance to react. But I mean, my opponent here, they are just totally mana screwed, clearly. So, not doing too hot. He doesn't reveal, so we'll play Wishclaw Talisman. And actually, I mean, let's see here, right? So, we have 6 mana right now. We can play the Haggard Mauling tapped. Or we could just Languish. Sacking. We'll sack Gutter Bones. Just Languish, get rid of the board. Rubber the Rich, Steamkin, they're already down on mana. So that's just going to be, or would have been an easy way for them to just generate advantage. Opponent plays Rampaging Frostodon, sure. There we go, we draw Exquisite Blood, that's interesting. I guess let's play an Exquisite Blood. So do we have any cheap removal in here? 1 or 2 cost? There's a Bantu's Reckoning. Murderous Rider. We'll just grab something. The Rider. Hold up Haggard Mauling in case they have some other kind of effect. Something else scary. They play Chandra. So next turn we Murderous Rider, kill the Ferocidon, play down the Murderous Rider other half. And get another tutor even. Wow, look at that. Alright, so kill Ferocidon. Play Murderous Rider. Pass the turn. Play Phoenix of Ash. Okay, so they don't tutor for a kill spell. So they lose.
These little guys are great.
All right, we get there. Beating mono red, it looks like. All right, we will play Vito. We will swing with my life linker. And we will get there, yeah! Vito takes it again.